Hey guys, this is Ravenclaw What If. Welcome back to another What If story. Now, this is another part of What If Deku is a half Atlantean from the DC universe. It is part 3. I just had to double check to make sure I was on the right part. Now, before we begin, I'm gonna run through this as fast as possible so we don't linger too much. Now, I'm planning to implement some things. Some things are not going to be the same that are in canon in the comics when it comes to the Outlaws. Now, some events will happen. My own version, at least of it. I know. I know in the comics, right after they met Bizarro, they went to go after the Raw's bow, I believe it was. And right after that incident, sorry, Bizarro, well, Red Hood and Artemis was fighting Grundy in that carnival. But that's going to change. The Grundy incident, it's still going to happen. What happened in the comic books, what happened to Grundy, not Grundy, but Bizarro, will still occur. It's just going to occur differently. I just want to let you guys know that ahead of time. If you're familiar with the Outlaws, Black Mask was the main reason why Bizarro is around. He kind of stole from Lex. So, yeah, if you're familiar with the Outlaw comic book, you know what I'm talking about. That still occurred. Our episode off the next day in a desert as you have Izuku standing in the middle of the desert, as you have Bizarro and Red Hood on the side, as you have Artemis um on the other side of Izuku. They're staring each other down. So, who do you think's gonna win? Bizarro believe Red Herd's gonna win. Don't count on the kid just yet. Don't misjudge him by the way he looks. If he's anything like Aquaman, he's gonna be quite powerful. He's gonna give Artemis a good run for her money. Well, Artemis, ladies first. As Izuku gives a bow, as he has a grin. Oh, kid, you're gonna pay for that. As she rushes towards Izuku with blinding speed. As they get into a power lock. As she's trying to outpower Izuku, as Izuku's pushing her back. As Izuku uses his body control, using the blood in her body, just for a brief second to gain control. As I'm sorry. As Izuku socks her across the face, as she goes flying across the desert, skidding across the ground. Izuku turns his back against her as he, looks over to his shoulder. You can't be done already. Ash, I'm far from done. I'm far from done. You can count on that, kid. As she jumps up on her feet, as Izuku, wow. Let's see if you could push me to use my full power. As he as Artemis rushes Izuku again, as Izuku does it for a brief second again, as he kicks her in the side of the head. As Izuku's going to rush over to her, as Artemis grabs Izuku by the face. While she's flying, while she's flying across the air, because Izuku kicked her pretty hard, he turned around, uses Izuku to slow down the momentum of she's going, as Izuku's being dragged across the ground, with his face, on the ground, slowly skidding. She picks him up, starts slamming on the ground, slamming on the ground on, let's say, give me a second here, guys. As she continuously slams him on the ground, as she thinks it's done. As Izuku gets up, that's a cheap shot. But I could appreciate a dirty fighter. As a, a thin blue aura engulfs Izuku. As he's using, I'm using this power based off what I read upon water manipulation. Or they have a thing called blue aura or a water aura, or it increases their physical they increase their stats when it comes to fighting, physical wise, strength and speed. So yeah, he has a quirk that has water manipulation, so it could do that. So that's what we're doing. As Jason was observing Izuku very closely, as he noticed the brief second that Artemis left herself open, where she couldn't move for a brief second, as Jason caught onto this. Artemis is not using her battle axe. I'm gonna go into a brief explanation. She's bound to her battle axe, so if her axe get damaged, she feels it. So I just want to give you ahead of time, but I don't know if she could it appears out of nowhere for her, because in some of the comic books she just appears to have the axe out of nowhere. So I'm figuring she's able to summon it somehow. So we'll just go with that. She's not using that because she doesn't want to kill Izuku. She wants to beat him to a pulp, but not kill him. As Izuku as for once, Izuku charges at Artemis. As he goes in for a strike. As both their fists collide against each other, as there's a shock wave goes off. As Jason sees a couple of dust, a dust cloud came out of nowhere from their impact. Tearing apart any cactuses or any life, plant life that's in their vicinity in the desert. As Ezekiel headbutts Artemis in the face, as she steps backwards, as Ezekiel goes in a barrage of fast succession strikes. Mixture between a couple jabs and kicks. As Ezekiel has a grin, as he shoots point blank range, water bullets, as she goes flying across across the desert again. Further this time. As Izuku was rapid accession water bullets, enough to push her back, but not to seriously harm her. He's not trying to injure her at all. He's just having fun, testing out his abilities against a strong opponent. And Izuku's loving it, every second of it. Haven't seen a Atlantean do that. Now that's new. His Artemis finally gets up as she screams, "What the hell is that? What type of abilities do you have?" As Izuku grins. "Oh, so you want to know about my powers? Interesting. I guess I could. You're showing me a good time, so I guess I could tell you. I have a quirk. As you know, I'm half human and half Atlantean, and I develop a neat little power. Comes in handy, actually. It goes well with my Atlantean heritage, apparently. I have water manipulation." As Izuku forms a water spear hovering around his hand. Stuff like that, as it falls to the ground. As the heat dries up the moisture of the water that hit the desert, hit the debtor's floor. You'll be amazed what you do with water. Now, I suggest you stop holding back. You don't want to do that. As oh, I'm sorry, Jason's, his eyes widen as he sees, Artemis pulls out her axe. She's like, oh crap. Just don't kill him, Artemis. Yeah, Jason, I heard you. I'm not going to kill him. I'll try real hard not to kill him. That doesn't, that doesn't, that doesn't sound very convincing, Artemis. Shut up, Jason. I'm having fun. Nice. Now that's what we're talking about. We're going into weaponry. I have I have a knack for weapons as well. As Ezekiel, as a water starts forming around Ezekiel's arm, as a water scythe starts to form, as the moment it finished forming, it immediately turned to ice. As Bizarro noticed that, because he has ice, he's the complete opposite of Superman. So instead of having heat rays, he has ice rays. So yeah, so he likes using ice. So that caught Bizarro attention. As Bizarro's like, little blue one, a little blue uses ice. Bizarro approves. As he's happy for that. As Izuku, gets ready for the barrage of attacks that Artemis is going to hit his way. As she rushes towards Izuku, swings her battle axe. As they collide. Each time Artemis' axe collides with Izuku's scythe, Izuku has to reform the scythe. And he damages, so he's doing that in mid battle. And Artemis took notice that, as she's having, she's highly impressed with Izuku, with his performance so far. Artemis elbows Izuku in the face as she goes in for her final swing. As she knows the axe goes right through Izuku, as Izuku fades his body into water. As it slowly comes together. Now that was fun. As Izuku goes into more aggressively attack Artemis. Artemis jumps backwards as she's like, I think I've seen enough. It's time to end this, kid. I agree. As Izuku goes to swing his scythe strictly towards Artemis. As Artemis swings her battle axe with full strength, as the ice scythe shatters. As she rushes towards Izuku, stops her battle axe, grabs him by the throat, and slams him to the ground. As she has her battle axe against Izuku's throat. Yield. Fine. I submit. You win this round. Artemis extends her hand out for Izuku to grab it as she helps him up. You're a pretty powerful, kid. But the reason why you lost is because you lack experience. But working with me and Jason over there and our friend Bizarro, we'll definitely get you all we'll definitely fix that. As Red Hood walks up to these. Well played, Izuku. You did very well. That said, I see a lot of things that we need to work on. Starting from today, you're going back to square one. I'm going to build you up to be a force to be reckoned with, kid. If you're rolling with us, we need to make sure you're adequate trained. From day to night, you'll be training with... During the day, you'll be training with me. Mid-afternoon, you'll be training with Bizarre over there. And tonight you be training with Artemis. That's going to be your schedule from now on, kid. You're going to get used to it. Welcome to the Red Hood Boot Camp. What type of ability do you have? What was that water ability you showed? Are you some sort of metahuman? No, I'm not. I have a quirk. It's a gene from the sorry. It's a gene that pops up occasionally. It's more prominent in Japan, that's what my mother said. Never been to Japan myself, but that's what everyone's been telling me. Do some research on this quirk thing you mentioned. Then we're going to see if we could improve your capabilities with your ability, with your power. You're definitely going to be a great asset for this team. As we cut back to the Teen Titans, we cut back to where right before they finally wake up from being, schooled. You have Nightwing on the floor as Starfire is trying to get him to wake up. As she kisses him, as that will come up. Star, what you're doing? Oh my head! Goddamn, Jason! Shit, the kid. As he rushes over there, as he's Starfire sees Raven on the couch. On the couch that's in the cell. As Beast Boy and Cyborg are, licking their wounds. Is Raven alright, Starfire? Yeah, she's fine. She's just knocked out. What is she doing on the couch though? I need to see the civilians now. I'll be going to the control room to see what exactly happened. As Raven finally gets up, oh my head. As her eyes, Starfire, what happened? It seems like Ezekiel got spring. He's escaped with the Red Hood. We are not sure why. But how did I get up on here? The last thing I remember was falling. I was nowhere near this couch. Was I here the whole time? As that's where we found you, Raven. We said Nightwing's at the command center to check the surveillance cameras. We will get more of a picture once we know what's going on. I'm coming too. Are you sure you're alright? I'll be fine. Star. Starfire and Raven finally walks into the civilian room, where they keep all the security camera fees. It seems like Jason. It seems like Jason was. This was planned. Jason's always been good, but not this good. This was a planned operation. Don't know who's paying him. Because Jason wouldn't do something like this unless there's money involved. So whatever's going on, something's. I need to get up on. I need to get to the bottom of it. Heading out, Star. Oh, and Raven, you might want to take a look at the fee. The full thing. You'll find something interesting. As Nightwing walks off, as Star's like, "What do you mean by that?" Don't worry, you'll find out if you watch it. As her eyes widen as she sees what Ezekiel, after Ezekiel knocked her out, he gently picked her up and put her on the sofa. As that Raven had a bit of a smile, a grin a little bit, as Star sees that. As Starfire, was that a smile? As she's back to her normal Raven self. Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't smile. As Raven, floats off floats away. As her smile returns, as she goes upstairs and goes to her room to meditate on what she just learned. Well, I gotta admit, maybe I was wrong. Maybe there is some good in him. As we cut back to Izuku, as we time skip for about a year, as Izuku's officially 15, as he went through the brutal boot camp that Red Hood Jason wanted him to go through. He put him through the ringer. He was quite brutal because he was quite brutal in his message towards Izuku because Izuku could take it because he's half Atlantean, so he's not as delicate as normal people are. Well, humans. The only person in the the only person on team that could talk him down is Artemis. As Artemis and Izuku, they have a close bond. She treats Izuku like a son, and Izuku, treats her like a mother. I mean, a mother figure. It has been a good influence towards Izuku. Given how Artemis is, it's quite surprising, but you don't train with someone for a year and not grow a bond, a bond. That's not how it works. He also got and Bizarro and him get along swimmingly. They get along really good. During this year, his mother has not contacted him, not even once. Whatever she's doing, Izuku knows Izuku knows his mother is up to no good. But he's not going to interfere in her plans. There's no reason to. You have Izuku standing on a building with Red Hood. As they're kneeling down, as Red Hood, do you see them? Yeah, I see them. What of it, Jason? This is your first test to utilize what we taught you and to use it in practice. This one's all yours, kid. Remember, don't kill. Yeah, I get you. Don't kill the people. You have some sort of deal with the bats. It'd be easy if you just put a bullet in their head. But I'll do it your way. As Izuku is walking down, as he's walking down the building, as he starts creating water steps, as he's walking down to the main street. As the two goons are standing out on watch, while the rest of their little group start robbing the place. As they're like, what the Izuku, well, what do we have here? Now, I don't think the shop owner will take kindly you robbing his shop in the dead of night and causing so much property damage. You just totally smash his mirror. Now that won't do at all. Now I'm gonna have to ask you to kindly surrender peacefully, so you don't have to go take a trip to the hospital. As they both pull their guns, I don't think so, kid. As Izuku gives a grin, I was hoping you would say that. What the hell? I can't move. Yeah, about that. Yeah, you're not moving anytime soon. As he shoots two water bullets, knocking them out. Well, it's time to round up the rest. Just you put that back, boys. Trying to steal the donation jar. Now that's low. Even I wouldn't go that low. As the two one that have, oh, I'm sorry, the two that have a firearm. As Izuku stopped them right away, the moment they point that gun at him, they can no longer move. As Izuku goes in to dismantle these thugs very brutally, but not killing them. As you have the rest of them on the ground, they're grunting for out in pain. Now, the lesson here, boys, is don't take what's not yours. As he knocks out the last two, time to call an anonymous call. As he called police officers. Yeah, you know the shop by the donut shop up by, so and so street? Yeah, it's being robbed. I suggest you call some of your people to come down there. As he hangs up, as Izuku portals up, uses his water to portal somewhere away. As Ezekiel, jumps out of a fountain. As he walks up to a fire escape, as he gets up to Jason. So how did I do, Teach? Nice one, Ezekiel. You pass. Now you can actually do active missions with us. You did very good. Let's get back to base. Just a moment, Ezekiel and Red Hood, Jason, walk into the base. So how did he do? He did very well. As Artemis, I expect nothing less from Izuku. After all, I trained him myself. Artemis rushes over to Izuku. Oh, walks over to him. You're not injured, are you? Sorry. Nah, I'm good, Artemis. It was light work. It wasn't too difficult. Just some thugs, robbing the store. I dealt with that stuff. I've seen that stuff back on the streets when I was working with my old man. You should have seen this little show off over there, walking down off the building, creating water stairs, water walking down there like a badass. Hermes looks at Ezekiel. What? I needed to go down. That was the easiest way without breaking a leg. Well, technically, I wouldn't really get hurt because I'm an Atlantean. I'm tougher than that, but I didn't want to dirty my pants after all. The streets of Gotham get quite nasty at times. Don't want to step in anything after all. Unknowns to Ezekiel and everyone else, the tension between Black Mask and Two Face has finally hit their boiling point as Black Mask and Two Face officially go to war. As before, he was going to talk more to Izuku as his earpiece goes off as Batman's trying to contact him. What is it, Bruce? I'm a little busy. I need your assistance with something. Black Mask and Two Face, they're massacring each other on the streets. We need to put a stop to this. And I would I figured you would be interested in this type of job. You know my rules. I won't do it for free. Don't worry, I'll pay you. Good. Then I'll be a pleasure to help you. But I want the your your young recruit. His presence is required. I want to see the boy. Make sure the boy is not a threat. Fine, I'll bring him. Zuko. Yeah. What of it? Jason. rest up, eat dinner while you eat dinner, then rest up while you can. We're gonna be quite busy tomorrow. Tomorrow night. What's going on? Well, apparently your dad, your old man, just decided to go to war with Two Face. He smiles. Oh, so it finally happened. Red Hood's like, you knew this would happen? Oh, I knew it was going to happen for a while now. The Red Hood, sorry, Two Face was interrupting my old man's operations, stealing his shipments, killing his men, that sort of nature. My old man didn't start this war, but hell, he's gonna do his best to kill him. So what? We're here to stop him. So what? You want me to stop my old man? As Jason's like, no, no, no. I need. We're going after. I believe we're going after Two Face. Oh, very well. Shuck, it's a shame that I can't kill him, but I'll play by the rules. I'll be a good citizen and take down the half and half freak. This this tell me when it's happening. It's tomorrow night. Very well. I'll be sure to make myself available. Well, this will be interesting. Artemis goes up to Izuki. You do fine. Yeah, I suppose you're right. As Izuki goes off to eat dinner, and as he goes to bed, as we're probably going to stop it there. Yeah, good point to leave it off because I don't want to go any much further because I gotta do I don't want to get into that because if I got into that, then I had to go into what I have planned for the next for the next arc in the story. What I got planned in my head. So yeah, whatever. I'm gonna stop it here. Hope you guys have a good night and day. Judge my time zones or wherever you are in the world you're at currently. I'll catch you in the next video.